Hey there, internet friends! Welcome back to my channel, where we dive into some of the juiciest stories from the infamous Am I the Asshole subreddit. Grab your popcorn because today, we're diving into 3 wild stories that will have you questioning humanity. Let's get started. Alright, our first story comes from u/weddingchaos101. It goes like this. AITA for not inviting my sister to my wedding because she got engaged at my engagement party? Wow, that's a bold move, sis. Our storyteller Jane threw a beautiful engagement party to celebrate her upcoming wedding. She probably spent months planning the perfect, Pinterest-worthy decorations, agonizing over the guest list, and making sure everything was right. Every detail meticulously thought out to ensure the day was nothing short of magical. I mean, engagement parties are a big deal. It's like a pre-wedding wedding, you know? A chance to celebrate the love and commitment before the big day. You get to wear a cute outfit, eat cake, and bask in the joy of your impending nuptials. So, Jane's all dressed up, probably feeling like a princess, surrounded by her closest friends and family, everyone sipping champagne, exchanging pleasantries, and gushing over how beautiful the happy couple looks. The air is thick with love, excitement, and maybe a little bit of champagne vapor, and then bam! Out of nowhere, her sister Emma decides to steal her thunder and announce her own engagement. Like, what? Talk about bad timing. I mean, I get it, Emma's probably excited too, but come on. Couldn't she have waited for like a day or a week? Just a little bit of patience would have gone a long way, or maybe until after Jane's wedding? Naturally, Jane is furious. I mean, who wouldn't be? It's her engagement party, for crying out loud. It's supposed to be all about her and her fiancé, and then her sister just swoops in and steals her spotlight like a stage 5 clinger. I'd be pissed. So Jane, in all her heartbroken and enraged glory, decides to uninvite Emma from her wedding. And honestly, I kinda get it. It's her special day and she doesn't want it to be overshadowed by her sister's engagement. Plus, can you imagine the tension at the wedding? It would be like a scene straight out of Bridezilla. The drama would be off the charts. The internet, as always, was pretty divided on this one. Some people sided with Jane, saying she had every right to be upset and that Emma was totally out of line. Others thought Jane was overreacting, arguing that it's just an engagement party, not the actual wedding. They said family is more important and that Jane should just get over it. Personally, I think Emma could have waited for her own moment, like, come on girl, have some tact. But also, I get that weddings can be stressful and emotions run high. Maybe Jane could have handled it differently, but hey, we've all been there, right? Emotions can get the best of us. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Was Jane right to be upset, or was she overreacting? And more importantly, would you have uninvited your sister from your wedding? Spill the tea, people! Next up, we have a story from You Vegan Nightmare. This one is sure to stir up some controversy. Ready? AITA for refusing to make a separate vegan dish for my brother's girlfriend at Thanksgiving? Okay, so here's the deal. Our storyteller Sarah is hosting Thanksgiving dinner for her family. We're talking turkey with all the trimmings, mashed potatoes drowning in gravy, pumpkin pie that'll send you into a food coma. The whole shebang. It's a Thanksgiving feast for the ages. But there's a twist. Sarah's brother is dating a vegan. Now, I'm all for people having their own dietary choices, but Thanksgiving? That's like sacred ground for meat eaters. It's the one day a year where you're allowed to stuff your face with turkey and not feel guilty about it. So, Sarah's in a bit of a pickle. She's got a vegan coming to Thanksgiving dinner and she doesn't want to cater to their alternative lifestyle. I mean, she's already slaving away in the kitchen trying to make sure the turkey doesn't come out dry and the mashed potatoes aren't lumpy. The last thing she needs is to worry about tofu turkey and vegan gravy. So, what does Sarah do? She tells her brother's girlfriend to bring her own food. That's right, she basically told her to pack a vegan lunchbox and sit in the corner while everyone else feasts on a Thanksgiving smorgasbord. The girlfriend, understandably, is offended. I mean, who wants to be the odd one out at Thanksgiving dinner, nibbling on carrot sticks while everyone else is living their best life? She probably feels excluded, like she doesn't belong. And now the whole family is in an uproar. The brother is caught in the middle, trying to keep the peace between his carnivorous family and his plant-loving girlfriend. Grandma's probably shaking her head, muttering something about kids these days, and back in my day, we ate what we were given. It's a Thanksgiving disaster waiting to happen. The internet, as usual, had some strong opinions on this one. Some people sided with Sarah, saying she's not obligated to cater to her brother's girlfriend's dietary restrictions, especially on a holiday like Thanksgiving. They argued that the girlfriend should have been more understanding and offered to bring a dish to share. Others thought Sarah was being inconsiderate and rude. They pointed out that it's not that hard to make a couple of vegan sides like mashed potatoes with almond milk or green beans without bacon. They said that Sarah should have made an effort to be inclusive and make her brother's girlfriend feel welcome. Personally, I think it's not too hard to make a couple of vegan sides. It's Thanksgiving, for crying out loud. It's all about sharing food and being grateful for what you have. But I also get that hosting can be stressful, and sometimes you just don't have the time or energy to cater to everyone's needs. What do you guys think? Should Sarah have made the extra effort to accommodate her brother's girlfriend's veganism? Or was the girlfriend being entitled and expecting too much? Let me know in the comments, and while you're at it, share your own Thanksgiving stories. Have you ever had a similar situation? How did you handle it? Maybe we can all learn a thing or two about balancing tradition with inclusivity. After all, Thanksgiving is about coming together, despite our differences, and enjoying a meal as one big happy family. Alright, last but not least, we have a story from You Neighbor from Hell. This one is just, wow. You won't believe the length some people will go to for a bit of privacy. AITA for putting up a fence to block my neighbor's view of my garden? Okay, so picture this. Mike, our storyteller, has this amazing garden. We're talking prize-winning roses, juicy tomatoes bursting with flavor, maybe even a few of those cute little gnomes chilling amongst the greenery. It's basically the Garden of Eden, minus the whole forbidden fruit thing. Now Mike takes pride in his garden. He spends hours out there tending to his plants, talking to his tomatoes. Don't judge, we all have our quirks. And just enjoying the fruits and vegetables of his labor. It's his little slice of paradise. But there's a problem. Mike's neighbor is nosy, like really nosy. They're constantly peeking over the fence, admiring Mike's handiwork, probably taking notes on his gardening techniques. It's like they're trying to steal his green thumb. At first, Mike tries to ignore it. He figures, hey, it's just a neighbor being neighborly. But the constant staring, the whispered comments about his hydrangeas, the unsolicited gardening advice, it starts to get on his nerves. Mike's garden is his sanctuary, his escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. It's where he goes to relax, unwind, and pretend he's not surrounded by people who don't know the difference between a petunia and a pansy. So, Mike decides to take action. He's not going to let some nosy neighbor ruin his gardening bliss. He's going to build a fence. But not just any fence, oh no. He's going to build a fence so high, so mighty, so impenetrable, that even the most determined neighbor wouldn't be able to catch a glimpse of his precious petunias. The fence goes up, and Mike breathes a sigh of relief. Finally, some peace and quiet. He can now garden in peace without fear of judgmental stares or unsolicited gardening tips. But the neighbor? Oh, they are not happy. They're furious. They storm over to Mike's house, demanding to know why he's being so unneighborly. They rant and rave about how they used to enjoy looking at his garden, how it brightened up their day. How dare he deprive them of their daily dose of botanical beauty? Mike's response? Basically, tough luck. It's his property, his garden, his right to privacy. He's not obligated to provide free entertainment for his nosy neighbor. The internet, as always, was torn. Some people sided with Mike, saying he has every right to his privacy and that the neighbor was being unreasonable. They argued that it's his property and he can do whatever he wants with it. Others thought Mike was being petty and unnecessarily harsh. They said that he could have simply talked to his neighbor about it, maybe even offered to show them his garden occasionally. They argued that a good neighbor wouldn't go to such extremes without trying to resolve the issue amicably. Personally, I think it's Mike's property, and he can do what he wants. If he wants to build a fence to keep out nosy neighbors, more power to him. But maybe a conversation could have helped. Maybe the neighbors just needed a little reminder about boundaries and personal space. What do you all think? Is Mike being petty or protecting his peace? Is he justified in his actions, or did he go too far? Let me know in the comments. Your thoughts and opinions are always welcome. Well, that's all the drama we have for today. Let me know your thoughts on these stories in the comments below. Who do you think was in the right? Who would you have uninvited to your wedding? Let's get a good discussion going in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more juicy AITA content. And don't forget to follow my socials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.